Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Welcome to your Oracle and Tarot reading for 2022, a look ahead into the next year. This is going to be, my name is TESA, by the way. This is, you're watching my channel. And this is going to be a 12-month Oracle and Tarot spread for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay? Whew. I feel like there's so much to talk about, but I also don't really want to talk about all the things I want to talk about because I feel like I always have something to talk about, and then I end up taking up a whole bunch of time about in my own life. But yeah, I had a really interesting conversation with my personal trainer today, though. So we were talking about Yugoslavia, actually, and the Yugoslav wars in the 90s, and I was kind of like explaining it to her because I asked her to, but then she got really like opinionated about it, and I was like, okay. I mean, not that like, you know, I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but it was just really interesting because like I was explaining certain things, and it was just, it was just so clearly an opinion from someone who doesn't understand all the complexities of war, especially in like third and second world countries, right? Especially, like, I don't know, it was just kind of like bizarre. But then like we couldn't even finish the conversation because like the manager of the fitness center came, and like I had to talk to him about something. But she's actually a really, really awesome like personal trainer. She's actually really cool. But like because the conversation was kind of left with kind of like a clip on like a bit of a cliffhanger, and I still had more that I wanted to say, and I was like, well, actually, that's not really accurate, because like some of the opinions that she was kind of putting out there, I'm like, well, I was like, well, that's not really accurate, but I didn't really have time to explain it to her. So then she left it, and then I ended up texting her, and I was like, well, I just wanted to say, like, that's just me, like, I can't, it literally hurts me inside when there's something that I need to get off my chest, but I'm, like, being cut off, or, I don't know, someone somehow, you know, seizes my ability to say it, or I don't know, like, it literally hurts me inside. Like, if I, you know, I've done this so many times to people and exes, like, people I've dated, like, if they do or say something that really pisses me off, like, I would literally I would try so hard to just, like, let it go, but I'm not built that way. I'm a fucking Sagittarius. I am not built that way. I am built to express myself. I am built to say what I think and to say how I feel, because it literally eats me up inside, okay? Like, if I don't say what I need to say, it eats me up inside. Like, literally, it feels like my heart is, like, dying. Like, I literally feel like I'm dying, okay? I get my energy. I get my energy from expressing myself. So, you know, that's probably why I had to tell you guys that story, but yeah, so Gemini, this is your reading for the year ahead. I already lost a couple of subscribers because if you read the description down below, you know, I'm probably not going to be doing zodiac readings for a while. I honestly don't know. I don't even really have a complete answer. All I know is that starting next year, starting in 2022, I do need to focus on, let's just put it this way, there's a lot of other things in my life that I need to focus on. And one of those things is money, okay? Like, I'm not in the, like, I have a job, but I work for an agency. So I'm not in, you know, I'm not in a situation right now where, like, I can just freely give my energy, you know? Like, I mean, I do it when I really want to. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, no, like, I wanted to start this YouTube channel. I wanted to do this. You know, this makes me feel good. I enjoy doing it. But when you're not getting, like, but energy, like, when you give energy, and you give, and I'm like I will literally give my whole heart. I will give my heart to the world. I'll give my energy to everybody. But it's like, but when, you know, you're not getting, when you're not being fed in return, it kind of takes a toll on you, you know? And there's just other things that I really need to focus on right now. And, you know, doing the zodiac, doing the monthly and the mid-monthly zodiac readings kind of does take energy out of me, you know, because you know, it's like, I still want to make YouTube videos. I'm not going to bring down my channel. I'm still going to do tarot on my channel. I'm still going to do astrology. I think I'm going to do maybe like collective readings or something. And if I do zodiac stuff, like, I'm going to figure out maybe like a way to do zodiac stuff. But like, the bottom line is, like, I got to figure some shit out, okay? Like, I'm also a writer. Like, I just got to figure out how I can really, really, like, be the creative individual that I am, be the, you know, the astrologer and the tarot reader, and do all the, like, I need to figure out how I can do all the things that I love to do, that I want to do. I want to give myself to people, I really do. But I need to figure out how I can do it so I can feel like my value, so I can feel like it's actually creating some, like, I want to see what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see the results. Like, I want to feel like I'm part of something. I want to feel like I'm actually giving my energy, and it's not just like, oh, okay, you know, you know, okay, well, I guess life is over now and I can just go die. Like, I don't know, like, and, you know, I need to feel some, I don't really know yet what kind of feeling I'm looking for exactly, but, like, I want to feel good about what I'm doing. I want to feel like I'm doing something good, and, like, I'm part of something good, and I'm, like, helping people, and I haven't really been feeling that way, so, it's time to just kind of, like, reevaluate some things, you know, and just kind of figure out maybe different ways to, like, make money, and figure out how I can, you know, make money doing tarot and astrology and stuff like that. Yeah, so, okay, that's my rant, Gemini. Okay, so that's my little rant. That's where I'm at. Hopefully you stick around. But, you know, if you're only here for the zodiac readings and that's it, like, I mean, there's a gazillion other channels on YouTube that do zodiac readings. In all honesty, like, I like, it gets addicting. Like, I don't necessarily think that watching, you know, zodiac readings, like, every day or every week or every month is necessarily the most healthiest. I mean, I don't want to completely knock it, because it's gotten me through some really, like, tough shit, because sometimes you really just need time to work through your energies, to work through your emotions. And when you have those spiritual guides available to you, like people on YouTube, you know, they are like spiritual guides, you know, tarot readers, astrologers, they are kind of like spiritual guides for people. And it does feel really good to, like, be able to feel like, okay, you can go watch this video and it's like someone is validating your feelings, okay? It's like someone is there to validate what you're feeling and what you're going through. And it feels good, and it does help. It absolutely helps you go through. It absolutely helps you get through some tough stuff, you know? Like, I won't deny that by any means. But I guess, like, I'm growing. For me personally, like, we all reach a point where we start to kind of, like, we got what we needed from it, and now it's time to grow, right? Now it's time to, like, apply it to life, right? Like, things like that. So we all have our own phases and different ways that we process things, and you know, like that's kind of like where I'm at right now. Like I'm growing and I'm figuring out, I'm opening myself up to new opportunities, to new ideas, to new ways that I can utilize my energy to for positivity, and also to bring in the things that I want, you know, for myself, and to actually like feel like I'm part of something, you know. So anyway, yeah. So I know this is like the third time I was like, okay, I'm done with my rant. Let's get into your reading. But I guess that was my introduction. So with that being said, I'm using 6 different decks for your reading, Gemini, 3 Oracle decks, 3 Tarot decks. I already created the piles over here. So I just shuffled each deck and I placed 1 card in each pile. There's 12 piles for 12 months, January through December. And I put it face down. I put them face down because I don't want to see what's ahead. Okay, when I'm doing your January reading, I want to focus on your January reading. I don't even want to know what's up ahead. So we're in this together over here. Okay, we're looking at these cards for the first time. I just pulled them before I started filming, and I put them down in piles face down so I wouldn't see them. Okay, so that we can kind of go through this together. One of the Oracle cards is an advice card, and that one is I'm going to read to you, and kind of like we're going to talk about it at the end of the monthly reading. Okay. Okay, so let's get into this, Gemini. I'm actually really excited because these readings have been so interesting so far, and I've only done 3 videos. You guys are the 4th. They've been so interesting, so I'm actually super excited. So let's start with January, okay? So for January, you have purity, wishing well, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Lots of people are getting this 2 of Sword energy, which is all about decisions, okay? So let's take a look here, Gemini. Let's get into this. Let us dive deep. So 7 of Pentacles, we have Saturn in Taurus, 3 of Cups is going to be Mercury in Cancer, and 2 of Swords is going to be Moon in Libra. Okay. So there's something, so in January, there is something that you have been kind of like, okay, so there's something that you're wishing for, right? There's, and I feel like this has to do with, you know, your job, or it has to do with some kind of project or something that you have been nurturing, right? Something that you've been cultivating, some idea or project, or maybe business, or something at work that you have been really working hard towards, but like, you know, there's this energy of kind of like revisiting a certain project, or kind of like going back to check on it, or kind of taking a look to see you know, where you're at right now. And it's like, I get this energy of like, you know, maybe you don't like that things are moving so slow, you know, like maybe things at work are really slow right now, basically. Like, so for January, things are maybe like slowing down, you know, and you're just kind of, you know, you're in this place where it's like you're looking at what you have done up until this point. You're looking at something that has been growing, and it's like you're wondering, like, well, when is it going to really blossom? When is this really going to turn into what I want it to turn into? Okay. There's this like, so there's this deeper sense within you. Sorry, my eye is itching. Probably should have washed my hands, but oh well. Security. I am, you know, the interesting thing is, like, I am actually getting a lot of patience from you. Like, I feel like you are patient, But it's also that feeling of like you're being patient, but you're also like taking these deep breaths, like, you know, when is my wish going to come? When am I gonna get this? It's like a very pure kind of feeling. And then with the Three of Cups and the Two of Swords, there could be some communication with like friends or siblings. Some coming together with people that you like to be around, and then needing to make a decision about something. Okay, so some kind of decision needs to be made. This could be connected to your job, this decision. Maybe like you're talking to your friends about, you know, work, okay? For January, like you're talking to your friends about work and how things are going at work. And it's just like this very like tired energy, but not like in a bad way, just like you probably actually feel more relaxed in January than you usually feel. It's like this feeling, it's almost like you kind of like the fact that things have been that things are slowing down, but at the same time you feel like you should be doing something. You should be doing something more. So, but you don't necessarily know what. So instead you're just kind of revisiting things because it's helping you somehow. And there's this cleansing. I feel like there's this sense that something is being cleansed. By you doing that, by you going through that process and through those emotions of kind of just feeling it out, you're kind of just letting yourself feel it. You're cleansing yourself of the energy and kind of preparing yourself for the future in a way, or preparing yourself to ultimately make some kind of decision. It's a really interesting energy that was a little difficult to put into words at first because I was like, but yeah, so there's this like recycling of energy that's kind of happening in January in regards to your current work situation or business or project situation. And it's like, it's just part of your process, you know, it's part of your process. It's kind of like cleansing you. The process of looking things over or reconsidering things, it's kind of cleansing you in a way. It's like purifying you. It's purifying you. It's interesting. And I think it's good for you. Like, it's kind of, because Gemini, like, I don't feel like you guys are, like, I don't know, you tend to be more in your head about your feelings instead of in your feelings about your feelings. And I feel like this is actually forcing you to be in your feelings about your feelings instead of in your head. And it's purifying you. It's cleansing you. So it's a good thing. It's actually a really good thing. So it's going to help you. It's going to help open up your intuition, and it's going to help you. It's going to help open yourself up more to your emotional portal, okay, your emotional side, so that you can actually start to follow your gut and your instincts and your heart when it comes to making certain decisions. So for your advice, you have enchantment. We are enchanted when the muses sing the art spirit into us. Yeah, so there is this, like, I kind of feel like the advice here is, to, like, kind of let yourself, like, let yourself be cleansed, let yourself be purified by this energy, like, instead of always needing to maybe figure out what the next thing to do. It's kind of like, let yourself ride that wave of maybe just, like, of just feeling what you're feeling and kind of like going through the back and forth kind of energy in regards to what you have as of right now. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's move on to February. For February, we have resilience, coming to life, Queen of Wands, Aries energy, Judgment, Pluto energy, and Two of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn energy. Okay, so for February, it does look like, there's going to be some more work in February. Things are kind of going to pick back up. The energy is going to pick back up. And like, there could even be like this decision that you make that you're going to have to make. It could be in reference to like whether or not you want to like work more. But like for February, it's extremely, there's a very resilient kind of energy. Like the emotions that you felt in January, I think for February, you start to feel like that energy that you felt in January, it's not serving you anymore. It's like, it's becoming heavy, right? And that could be because, maybe things are changing in regards to your work environment or just in general in your environment. So that energy is starting to feel heavier. It's starting to feel heavier. And this is pushing you to like exert that Gemini energy again, okay? It's kind of pushing you to come through and to shine, but not like necessarily how you normally think that you would, because I kind of feel like if you continue to do what you would always do, you're going to burn out. I feel like it's pushing you to like come alive, like through your heart. It's kind of like this heavy energy that feels like it's weighing you down. I feel like it's in your heart center. It's in your heart chakra. And that energy is trying to push you to like to come to life in a way where you are more free to express yourself. You're more free to say what you feel, to say what you think, to be a leader, but in like this, there might be some like anger, maybe a little bit, because you do have the Judgment card. So there's going to be some type of transformation going on here. Yeah, but there is this need to kind of like let go of something. There is this need to express something and to like take that energy that you're feeling in you and use it towards like some kind of purpose, right? Like some kind of towards like a creative outlet or a creative expression or a spiritual outlet. Not everyone in your environment is going to like it though, okay? So it's like, even though it'll be good for you, not everyone in your environment is going to like it. And, it's possible that some judgment is going to be placed on you, but it's all just part of your growth. It's all just part of the natural process of you just kind of like needing to understand your own nature and your own emotions and your own heart and like what it is that you're really needing in your life or looking for or wanting. And then with the Two of Pentacles, it's really just going to be about juggling. It's going to be about trying to balance out your own feelings about things and those of others, right? Like your own kind of perspective, maybe on work or your own work ethic or the way in which you operate at work. Balance that out with maybe how others operate at work. Okay, so it's like something like that. And then for the advice, we have manifestation. Soon you may manifest the goal you focus spiritual energies upon. Yeah. So the advice here is it's to kind of just like be patient with yourself, because it's a learning process. And when we're learning about the energies that we harbor, it's really important that we pay attention, okay? Because if we really want to manifest the things that, our goals, it's going to become really, really important to focus your spiritual energy, okay? So the moment you really understand that part of you, that spiritual part of you, you'll be able to kind of like fight for your vision. You'll be able to kind of, you know, to put it out there in a way where you'll be able to fight for it. Let's move on to March. So for March, we have faith, cleaning house. Everyone is getting cleaning house. It's crazy. I don't know what is happening. March, April, people are getting cleaning house. Everybody needs to clean their house. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Temperance, Sagittarius, and the Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. So March is going to be about like just like having faith that things are going to work out. I definitely see just like all around like you being able to take care of yourself, okay? And also really just kind of coming back to how you feel when you're at home. So when you go on this journey where you really start to open yourself up to your own energies and how you really feel inside, how you really feel about things, a lot of that you start to notice when you really start to pay attention to your own energy. You start to see how different energies that are in your environment are affecting you. And 9 out of 10 times, 99% of the time, a lot of that energy has a lot to do with our home, right? Our home environment. What does our home environment look like? What's the energy in the home environment? And if you live alone, like even possessions, even things and possessions and like the way everything is set up, that has an energy too, you know, like, I don't know if anybody follows feng shui, like organizes their apartment based on feng shui. I mean, most people probably know what I'm talking about. I don't do feng shui, but I'm just like explaining, you know, like that energy plays a role in everything, and everything carries energy. Colors carry energy. Possessions carry energy. So when you become more and more in tune with your own energies, you also, and you know, you start to understand what those different energies mean and represent to you, you also start to understand how possessions and things are also carrying certain energies and affect you. I think for me personally, so just to kind of give an example, I noticed that the most with clothing, okay? Because we have, the first thing that we do when we wake up, you know, whatever, like we have to, and you know, before we leave our house, that was when I really started, and this was like a long time ago that I started to notice that I had this really interesting observation with clothing and the energy of clothing. And like, that's why I feel like I'm wearing a red sweater, but like, I just feel the most comfortable and drawn to black clothing. Like, to me, like, black clothing is just, I feel like I'm just, I don't know what it is, like, when I'm just wearing black, just wearing all black, there's just something very, I don't know, you know, but it was something that I noticed a long time ago, and anytime I would put on, like, but it also depends on, like, you as a person, you know, and who you are in that moment in time. But if I were ever to put on something really colorful, it just felt like it was not in alignment with who I was. So everything, you know, the clothes that we wear, the items that we have, it's like sometimes those things, as you grow, as you evolve as a human being, can become out of alignment. You know, as we ascend, as we grow, as we evolve, things start to fall out of alignment. So, huge ass explanation, I know, but cleaning house, I feel, is all about really understanding the energies that are in your environment. And it doesn't just have to be possessions. It could be people too, cleaning house. It could be the energies of certain people that we just don't want around anymore because we have gone to another level energetically. Okay? And it's just about like embracing the power of that, the power that you have as your own independent person who makes the money, who brings, you know, you are in control. You have the power to nurture your own energy and to get rid of things if they're no longer serving you, or to like change your lifestyle or whatever the case may be. Okay, and it all comes through balance with the Temperance card. It's just about like alchemizing and just kind of figuring out like what is valuable to you, and you know, like who you want to be and how you want to carry your energy, like, you know, and how much space can you hold energetically, like, you know, like some people can't stand like colorful, you know, like I have Christmas lights like everywhere, you know, like I always have some kind of ambient thing going on in my apartment. I literally have like a red and a pink light bulb glowing right now, like, so it's just like what makes you feel like this is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's an energy. And it's also really important to understand how that energy can like affect you, and like how just by changing your environment, or like changing how you dress, or changing the way you dress, changing the way that you decorate your apartment can almost completely change your energetic wavelength. They can change who you are as a person, you know. It's like, so it's really interesting. So I feel like maybe that is something just to think about, you know. And then with the Eight of Pentacles, it looks like there's some hard work happening here. So that could be in regards to maybe fixing your home, or really getting into the details and into the routines of your home. Really, you know, really make your home your sanctuary, make your home your sacred space. And when you think like, how do you want to feel when you're at home? How do you want to feel? You know, and then make your home a reflection of how you want to feel, okay? The advice here is muse. Seek out or act as a positive, inspiring, and helpful muse to another's creativity, okay? And then when you do that for yourself, it's automatically going to help, and it's automatically going to inspire other people. You know, you will become an inspiration for other people. Okay, so moving on to April, we have the Path, we have Field of Dreams, Four of Cups, Moon in Cancer, the Moon, Pisces energy, and we have the Six of Wands, Jupiter in Leo. Okay, so you're finally on your path here in April. Like, you're on this spiritual journey, okay? You're more open to this, like, soul journey that you're on. Okay, and the fact that you're learning about yourself, and you're learning about energy, and you're learning more and more and more, like, as your heart opens up, you're learning more and more about, like, your own dreams, okay, and how you can make those dreams possible, okay? It's beautiful, it's beautiful. Now, there is a sense over here of a little bit of, like, I don't know, like, there could be people who are around you who just kind of, like, they maybe, like, lower your, you know, like, there could just be certain energies in your environment that still kind of makes you, like, that you just don't want to be around, okay? You don't want to be around. So if there are certain energies that are in your environment that just aren't really aligning with you or clicking with you, it's going to be really important to, like center yourself, and also to understand that not everyone is going to be in the same energetic, you know, people are not going to always be aligned with you, and sometimes it's kind of like beyond our control, especially if we're working with them or they're living with us, and we have to kind of, like, center ourselves. We have to, like, remind ourselves of who we are, and we have to remind ourselves that, like, you know, not everyone is in the same place that we're at, and it can become frustrating sometimes, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's also going to be kind of, you know, important to have that time for yourself, to have that time to be alone, so that you can regain, so that you can, like, really open yourself up to your own intuition and how you really feel, and, like, be able to, like, express it even, like, you know, to be able to share it, you know, with others, or to be able to, express it in a way that, like, so long as you're being honest with yourself, as long as you're being honest with how you feel, then you're going to come out victorious. As long as you're being honest about your own feelings and with who you are as a person, and you're following your intuition, Six of Wands over here, like, you will come out victorious. You will be a leader. You will be an inspiration for other people around you, okay? The advice here is capable. You can deal successfully with whatever challenges and circumstances arise, okay? And you can, okay? You just have to believe that you're capable. You have to believe that all the knowledge is within you already. You just have to open yourself up to your heart chakra. You have to let the emotions, and you have to let whatever it is that you're feeling, you have to let that, like, come up to the surface and to speak to you. So for May, we have change. We have spirit of place. Ooh, Ace of Wands, fire energy, the Hangman, Neptune. And then Nine of Wands, Moon and Sagittarius. This is such interesting energy. Yeah, so there are big changes happening in May. You could even be moving. Like, you could possibly be moving to a new location, or you've somehow decided that you do want to maybe change your home, or you want to change, like, you want to make some big changes in your life, okay? And you're really trying to, like, understand the spirit of place. Like, what is the energy? Like, what is the energy of my home? You know, what is this energy? Like, what is it? What does it mean? And then, like, well, what do I want? Like, what kind of energy do I want in my home? You know, like, and I feel like there's definitely going to be some big changes here. And then there's a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. This is a very, very passionate, spiritual, creative new beginning. So you could be feeling, like, super creative and super just, like, you know, really wanting to surround yourself maybe with, like, things that make you feel a certain kind of way, a certain kind of energy. With the Hanged Man, though, and the Nine of Wands, there's also this, like, feeling maybe of, like, being a little stuck, though. Like also contemplating, like, will this really make me happy? You know, like, is this really what I want? And that's good. It's actually really good to spend some time to do that, to really, really think about if that's something that you want to do, because, like, it could just be one of those, like, oh, well, I'm just feeling inspired in the moment. You know, it could be like, you know, because we all go through phases, right? Like, and that is part of life too, you know, that we kind of, we change. You know, the main card here is change. And change is a regular, constant thing. So maybe it would be with the Moon and Sagittarius over here and the Hangman, it looks like the universe is really wanting you to, like, go deep, you know, and to really kind of, like, almost like, you know, because you are feeling a little stuck, but also maybe, like, it's okay to contemplate a little bit more. It's okay to contemplate more and to even question maybe your own, like, your own wants and your own desires, because it's like, for example, like, if we're just gonna, like, if we're gonna spend all this money and then we're not gonna be the same person the next year, you know, like, is it really worth it to spend money if, like, things are just gonna change again? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's, you know, the Hangman represents lots of confusion. So that could definitely come up as far as, like, you know, some things can come up as far as, like, confusion. Like, I do want to change. I do want something to change. But maybe, like, you're starting to realize, like, you're not sure what. Or what is, like, you know, so perhaps you just need to explore your spirituality a little bit more. Perhaps you're still not done getting to know yourself. Okay, perhaps you're still not done exploring who you are and who you want to be. So when that process is not completely over, I mean, it's never really over, but there's usually a general idea, there's usually a general goal that we want to reach and a general idea that we have about ourselves and about our future. that we should stay consistent to, right? That we should try to actually like achieve. So there could definitely, there could definitely still be this, you still needing to push through before you can make some big change. You needing to push through that final like lesson, that final spiritual lesson, that final challenge of really just like truly getting deep down into the nitty gritty and asking yourself, like, is this really what I want? Is this really what I want? And the advice is evolve. I love it when things line up like that and I don't even see the card. Creative ideas evolve out of the invisible and profound nothingness of proverbial consciousness. That's a whole lot of like, just words that are abstract and tend to confuse. But like, yeah, creativity literally, like, creativity just flows, okay? Creativity just flows. It just like, it's always moving, it's always changing, okay? And it's like, like people who live the artist lifestyle, their homes are, always messy. There's always paintbrushes and there's like shit everywhere. And like in that regard, there is kind of a spiritual kind of energy, right? Because who they are is like what they're creating, so like there could be shit everywhere, but it's like, if they're painting, their paintings are always going to be changing, right? Because creativity is this constant evolution of things. So perhaps you're just needing to find what you're creative in. Perhaps you're just needing to find an outlet for your creativity, or and it doesn't necessarily have to be like, it doesn't mean you have to like change your whole home. You can just dedicate a little corner of your home. You could start small. You could dedicate a room or just a little area to exploring your creativity. If that's something that you're thinking about, or a project, or a business or whatever, but yeah, like something that you can do that will allow you to like get to know yourself and explore like how you really feel about things. Whew. Okay, let's move on to June, Gemini season. We're in Gemini season. We have the masculine lunar god. We have commitment. Yes, the death card. Jesus, Scorpio. 2 of Wands, Mars and Aries. And the Hierophant Taurus. Wow, these are some pretty intense cards, Gemini. Very strong in your energy here for June. And you're finally making a commitment, okay? And I think you're getting rid of some old... Now, with the death card over here, I'm not getting like, oh, you make this commitment and then it's over. Because literally death came right after commitment. I don't feel like it's like that. I feel like the moment you decide to stick with something, the moment you decide to commit to something, whether it's a spiritual journey or a soul journey or some kind of something creative, or like towards with the masculine energy over here, I'm feeling like you're committing to yourself, and then death shows up, but I feel like this death is more like you're letting go. You're finally like letting go of your past. You're finally letting go of maybe like this older side of yourself that just kind of needed to be let go of. And then with the 2 of Wands, it's like you're just right back. You're right back in it, taking charge of your destiny, taking charge of your life, and going after the gold, going after that stability. Okay, so that is the ultimate. That's the ultimate for you. That's the goal. Stability, just kind of like being rooted and, creating beauty and just having that like sense of truth and, kind of like being like the man of the house, it doesn't matter if you're a woman watching this, but you know what I mean? Like, even if you're a woman, you're the man of the house, like it's this, it's this really strong energy of just being successful, being stable, being grounded, okay? Being grounded. So the advice here for June is go deeper, expressing the deeper meanings in life while staying attuned to childlike wonder is at the heart of all great art. So that's what that death card was here. This death card was here to tell you to go deeper because there's still some things deep down inside that you are needing to let go of or that you can transmute through into creative energy. Okay, so that's what I feel that was right there. All right, so moving on to July. For July, we have growth. There we go. Education. 9 of Swords, Mars in Gemini. It's your card. 7 of Wands, more Mars in Leo. And then we have the 10 of Cups, Mars in Pisces. Holy shit, that's a lot of Mars energy. Okay, so this is important because this is all Mars energy. So July is going to be like fast movement, okay? You're going to be growing really fast in July. You're going to be learning a lot of things in July, and it's going to be very quickly, okay? It's going to be like, it's going to be this like constant action, okay? You're thinking, the way your mind is going to be working, it's going to be on overdrive. You might be feeling defensive. You might feel defensive against, with people who might be trying to like get in your way. Because what you want is the 10 of Cups. You want emotional you want it all. You want to feel happy. There's a certain feeling that you're after, and it's like you're very passionate about obtaining that feeling for July, okay? You're very passionate about learning, about growing, about constantly evolving. You're gonna get addicted to it. You're literally gonna become addicted to growing and evolving and learning. And it's gonna be like, it's never gonna feel like enough. It's just gonna be like, oh, I wanna, like it's gonna feel really good. So definitely just like be aware of that. I mean, I feel like it's really good, because it's like, it's gonna be almost like a high, like you're gonna get a certain kind of high from it with all that Mars energy. There is gonna be a certain kind of high from it. So just like be careful because it could lead to like maybe the inability to sleep at night. You'll have so much energy that you won't even know what to do with it. Like, you could have a hard time going to sleep. You might not even want to go to sleep. You're going to want to be out or doing things, or you're going to want to educate yourself. I feel like you're going to be really thirsty for knowledge. You're going to be really thirsty to learn more because you're going to love how it feels. It's going to feel so good. Passion, see Gemini? So July, so your advice is passion. It will take passion for you to push through your self-criticism to get to a place of confidence. Okay, this is so important because you did get the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords does deal with what I mentioned earlier. It deals with like sleeplessness, insomnia, because it's a lot of overthinking. So when you're in that mode, because this is your card, Gemini, when you're in that mode of overthinking, we tend to criticize ourselves. We tend to look back on our past and think like, about things that went wrong or, and like your energy, I really feel like I'm not really worried. I think you're going to push through. Okay. I feel like this is just a reminder that like your passion to focus on that thirst, because it's not like nothing is going to stop you then. Your outside criticism, self-criticism, you criticizing yourself, like, it's like nothing is going to stop you, And also, like, if you are needing to defend yourself from maybe some outside influences or from people who are being really negative, that can also definitely bring on some, like, self-hate or self-criticism. But as long as you keep focusing on what is making you feel good, as long as you focus on that energy and that passion because it makes you feel good, it makes you, like, because it feels good to want, right? It feels good to, like, desire something and to feel like we have we have the determination, we have the energy, we have the strength, and we have the willpower to get what we want and to go after it. And that feels good. It feels good to believe in yourself and to know that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish, but you have to have the drive, right? So that was really, really beautiful. July is looking, to me, like as a Sagittarius, like that was looking really good. It was feeling really good. Like I just felt so good with July, okay? So August, we have will, exactly, will, okay? Your will. Encouragement, beautiful. Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn, Knight of Coins, Virgo. Okay, so we're getting in there. And the Magician. Very, very cool. August looks like it's going to be some manifestation stuff. And August is like a little rough. It's going to be a little rough for a lot of people. But I kind of feel like, Gemini, you're going to be able to push through August because astrologically speaking for 2022, August has some crazy shit going on, astrologically speaking, okay? There's just a lot of really, really, like, rough energies, okay? But I feel like you're going to be, like, one step ahead of the game or something. Like, I just feel like you're going to be able to push through because of your will and your passion. So for August, we have will, we have encouragement. You're not only going to be able to encourage yourself, there's so much positivity in you. You're going to be able to encourage other people. The only thing, because August is going to be very, very crazy astrologically speaking, and I have been getting this for all the zodiac signs, so don't even fret it. The Four of Pentacles did show up, and the Four of Pentacles is the Sun in Capricorn. It's definitely symbolizes like kind of holding on to your money, not making any really big investments. Just kind of like, still, give yourself that encouragement, keep doing what you're doing, start, this is a really good time to start like planning and to start really thinking and looking at the details. And if you do have any financial plans or goals or whatever, just take the time to look at the details, spend time on the like everyday practicalities of it instead of like, really, invest, actually like putting a bunch of money into something, okay? So that might not be the best time for it. And just, and you can definitely like, start taking the necessary steps to like, just kind of manifest that day to, like manifest how you want your future to look day to day, right? Like just that day-to-day energy. That's going to be super important with Virgo and the Magician, which is the ruler of Virgo, Mercury. But yeah, that Four of Pentacles, there's also this kind of like, there's also this feeling of like, there's no need to be like too timid. It's okay to be like a little timid, but like, it's like, you don't have to be like overly like, because there is also this feeling of like, well, like it's not like as bad as maybe it sounds, like I'm kind of saying like be careful, but there's also this energy of like you can relax, like it's not as like you can still relax, like you don't have to be like freaked out that like everything is gonna, I don't know, I'm getting this weird energy, like, don't freak out about it. Just chill. That's all. Just chill. You don't have to, like, hoard your money or, like, put it in, like, a bunker or something. I don't know. It was weird. But your advice for August is nurture. For self-care, try loving and nurturing yourself as you would a child or a pet. Yeah. So, like, because when you, like, don't create fear inside yourself. So just take that time to really nurture yourself, and to like just spend time with yourself and with like what it is that how you want your day to day to look, how you want everything to unfold for you. Okay, let's move on to September. For September, we have resistance. We have home, star, Aquarius, Justice, Libra, and Temperance, Sagittarius. All major arcana cards. September is going to be so important. Okay, so there is some resistance here, and I did feel this in August. I was like, I don't know, I'm feeling some resistance, because as soon as I was saying, like, how do I explain this? I feel like the resistance is coming from, like, I feel like you've been on such a high in a way. You've been in this, like, you've been feeling so good. You've been feeling so good that it's like, and you've been enjoying this passionate, kind of thirsty side to you, that the idea of, like, going back into your house and, like, nurturing yourself and just kind of, like, and going within and, like, doing that whole process all over again, it's just not something that you want to do. Like, I'm really feeling a lot of resistance as far as, like, you know, but with all these major arcanas, like, this isn't even day-to-day types of energy. This is major arcana energy, which means that the universe is kind of, like, forcing you to do this in a way. It's like the universe is kind of forcing you to, you know, to, like, retreat into your home, you know, to start focusing, to start thinking about your future, to really focus on your future and what will bring you justice and what will bring you the balance that you need, okay? Like this is, like, energetic, like, balance, like, all around just being more balanced, okay? And cultivating the different energies, like, really cultivating the different energies that you have and figuring out how to use all the different energies that you have, not just the, like, not just that thirsty, passionate side, but, like, how to cultivate all the different energies, so that you can really just feel more fluid with all of them, so that you can really feel more in tune, because that will actually help when you're dealing with the world at large. It'll help when you're dealing with different kinds of people. Okay, so your advice for September is pause. Yeah, I was like, this is a big pause for sure. Except that you must wait and prepare for developments to reach the next stage. Yeah, so this is, like, the universe is literally forcing you to, like you can't really do anything right now. You kind of are being forced to just kind of, like, go back to your home, take a back seat, and just kind of, like, wait things out a little bit, let things kind of pass, whatever's going on. This is probably still a lot of astrological things that are in effect over here. And really take that time to to utilize the different energies that you harbor inside in order for you to feel the best, you know, in order for you to feel good within yourself. Moving on to October, we have peace. Okay, we're in Libra season now. We have peace. We have storm fields. How the heck does storm fields come right after peace? Somebody explain that to me. What is happening over here? Page of Cups, water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The star card again, Aquarius. And we have the Four of Swords, which is Jupiter in Libra. So, right when you come to a place of peace within yourself, here comes the storm, okay? You could meet someone, okay? This could be a person that you might meet who kind of, like, comes in and they're very, like, this is a very dynamic person that kind of shakes things up for you. You know, you finally, like, get to a place where you're like, all right, I'm cool, I'm good. And then someone, I feel like, comes in and kind of, or, like, something happens that kind of shakes you up a little bit, kind of wakes you up. Isn't that how life goes? And it's asking you to, like, open your heart to this person, okay? It's basically saying, like, okay, what's this person all about? You know, to like be open emotionally to what this person has to show you or wants to give you, okay? Because this person could be a very important part of your future, okay? This person can be a very important part of your future, and I feel like they're also coming in to kind of like help you heal some stuff too. Some stuff that maybe you haven't been able to fully heal, because sometimes it does take another person to kind of bring that up and trigger us for us to realize that we haven't fully healed certain parts of ourselves. And okay, my computer went on screensaver mode, so I'm just gonna open it back up because I hate it when I can't see myself, because then I never know if it's filming or not. Okay, excuse my close-up face, but yeah. And that's just the reality. Like, if we still get triggered by certain things, if there are people who are still able to trigger us and bring up some darker emotions or feelings, what that means literally is that we haven't completely resolved it, okay? There's something within us that still needs some healing. And this person, you know, I think that they're kind of like, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise in a way. Not even in disguise. I would just say it's kind of a blessing, because they're able to bring you to realize certain things about yourself, and this in turn is really going to help you. It's really going to help your vision, your future, and in the direction that you're trying to go, okay? It's also going to help you have more faith and have more hope. The advice over here is originality. Feel lighthearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. Very cool. Moving on to November, we have Focus, Dragon's Lair, ooh, the Chariot, Cancer energy, Queen of Cups, more Cancer energy, and the Knight of Swords, we got Gemini over here. Okay, so for some of you, y'all are falling in love. And you and this person that you are all up in your feels for are just like, you're hanging out at someone's house or one of your houses. Huh. The Dragon's Lair. So, you know, and if you're not meeting someone, you are in your feels, Chariot, in your cups. Some of you work from home, and if you don't work from home, you could really, really consider seriously working from home. Because the Dragon's Lair, or like working, like you could be doing some tech stuff, or you're working with someone else in their home. Maybe some of you are gamers, or you might decide that you want to like make money gaming. But there's something interesting. There's something really, really, really interesting with this energy. It's very creative. It's something that's being created from home. It's being nurtured. Your intuition is so strong. You're ready to, it's like you have gotten so deeply in touch with yourself. Bravo. And it's like so amazing and beautiful. And it's like you are coming out. You're coming out of this, like, of the time that you spent at home. You're coming out, like, of this creative bubble that you have manifested around yourself. And you're charging into the future. Either you're going after someone, you're going after your Queen of Cups, or you're... Yeah, I think that this person that you met, I think this person from October is like a really big source of inspiration for you. Like your muse, kind of. Like, I feel like this person, I feel like you two, I don't know, like there's some really, there's some really pure energy going on between you and someone else over here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. It could be like someone that you're planning to do business with. But either way, it's someone who inspires you creatively, okay? This person ultimately inspires you to want to be creative, okay? They put you in that place that you need to be, which is like in tune with your heart, in tune with you know, your soul and what you want and your passion and all of that, okay? This person puts you in tune with that, and you recognize it, you like it, okay? You like it, you want to be around that because it feels right. Advice, actualization: you will achieve your full potential by virtue of your creativity and your honest pursuit of truth. Amazing. So good. You will achieve your full potential by virtue of your creativity and your honest pursuit of truth. Yes, virtue, pursuit of truth, honesty, it's all beautiful. Creativity, like every single one of those words is just like, it's great. It's great. It's like, that's all I can ask for. December, we have hunger. We got that hungry energy again. We have come together. We have the Four of Wands, Venus in Aries, the Nine of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces, and the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn. Okay, y'all, okay, I feel like a lot of y'all, end of the year, October, November, December, I don't know, y'all are falling in love. Y'all are coming together with somebody over here, okay? Hunger, and you're both, like, you're hungry, and, like, this person just feeds your hunger. It just, like, it's just aligning. There's just such great alignment over here. Come together. Four of Wands, you can be moving in together. You could decide to move in together. Wishes are coming true. I mean, this person, they got their shit together. They're independent. They're smart. They're nurturing. They're creative. Like, Gemini. Like, it's just such feel-good energy for you for 2022, okay? The beginning, you know, you're going to have to work through some stuff, but, like, by the end of the year, it just feels so good. It just feels so good. It just feels like, I don't know, like you really found your balance. It's like you found your balance. It's just so like, it's like touching. It's so touching. Let's see what the advice is. Perfectionism. Be content to know perfection as a distant utopian goal to which we journey but never arrive. Okay. That's really, really good advice, especially if you're getting into a relationship or moving in with someone or starting a new project or starting a new career or whatever. Like, honestly, like, sometimes it's like letting go of the idea that things need to be perfect. It will make you so much happier. And that's coming from someone who is who can be. I used to be a much bigger perfectionist, especially with my writing. Oh my God. Like, I was so critical of my writing, but I had to work through all that. Like, this is just so, like, I just feel like you are on the road to just literally living just, like, a blissful, happy life, you know, if you, like, especially with that perfectionism advice, it was, like, the most perfect advice, because we're never going to reach perfectionism, you know, and that's okay. Like, we should be doing the things that we love to do without expecting everything to always be perfect all the time. I mean, yeah, it's good to work hard, but, like, you know, things, it is good to, like, want to make something better, but if it's taking away our joy, if our perfectionism takes away from our happiness and our joy in life, then it's not worth it. It's so not worth it. Gemini, this is your reading for 2022, 12 months, January through December tarot spread. Oh my God. I just got, like, so much life from that reading and energy. I really enjoyed, like, I'm really enjoying doing these. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in 2022. I don't know how I might incorporate the zodiacs, or if I do, I really don't know. I'm going to leave it up to my creativity and my inspiration, and we'll see where my mind takes me and what. But I really enjoyed doing this like a year ahead reading for you. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please leave a comment and let me know. You know, hopefully you subscribe if you're new to my channel, and you stay up to date with whatever I'm gonna have, because I'm always doing something creative, and you know, so and I will definitely post. I will still do some tarot and astrology, but it just might not be zodiac, okay? But it'll still be interesting and insightful and knowledgeable. So hopefully I'll see you guys next year. Bye!